Greetings again and welcome to Missah Browne's MB Analysis. This is Season 1, Episode 3. First of all, I'd like to give God thanks for life, health, strength, and the ability to do this blog. Another one. There is a change of face, as you can see in my beginning, and change of personnel as well, But what won't and will never change are the strong stats-based analyses, Missah Browne, pan the case, man. Can Sir Garfield Sobers be called, is he really the greatest cricketer of all time? In my opinion, the greatest cricketer of all time would entail a bloke who can win a game in many fields, different fields in cricket, and has different dimensions to them, Well, when it comes to dimension, there's no matching Sir Gary, everybody know, because he does so many things all by himself. The man like one whole team now one more time. But I'll touch back on the dimensions a bit later. To stats, we'll attempt to break down the issue by reviewing, going over his career, telling you about his achievements, what he did, who he was, and then I'll match him up against some of the other great all-round cricketers and other cricketers who were often said are said to challenge Sobers for the top spot as the greatest cricketer of all time. Namely the Richard Hadleys, the Imran Khans, the Kapil Dev, even Jack Callis and Stokes. Now, you know the names. Sir Ian Botham, and even Sir Donald Bradman is mentioned when the greatest cricketer of all time argument or subject arises. Basing this on stats and digging below the surface. Yes, beautiful people, Missah Browne on the case. Sobers started his wonderful career back in 1954 at the age of 17 in Jamaica, and from all accounts his bowling was his leading suit. More of a bowler that can bat a bit. Simply put, a bowling all-rounder. Well, as we all know, at least most of the people who have been following cricket for any length of time would concede that as his glorious career progressed, the roles reversed quite dramatically. Though his bowling constantly remained a threat, as I said, Sobers was a bowling attack all in himself. Bowling left arm, orthodox, that a finger spin from the left hander. Chinaman, that was a left arm wrist spin variation, the leg break to the left hander. And if that was not enough, the man, Sobers also opened the bowling with his left arm swingers. His best test match figures of 6 for 73 came when he opened the bowling. He opened the bowling new ball. Although spin was his niche initially, he got his majority of his test wickets bowling spin. His different spin variations, but talk about dimensions. The man was a team and he kept performing creditably, even with the added burdens of captaincy, which was not easy in those days. So now pull out the stats. Sir Gary's batsmanship reached its peak in 1958 when he hit a mammoth 365 not out at the age of 21, and brother, the run machine was born. Listen, subsequently his next 5 test series saw him scoring over 500 runs in each of them. Sobers was proving his skills against all oppositions. In 1958-59, when the West Indies toured India, Sobers neutralized the threat of the famous tweaker Subhash Gupti, hitting 3 centuries in the series. He also got prodigious turn when he bowled, exploiting the Indian surfaces to finish up amongst the wickets. Right after that, he set his sights on the touring Englishmen. Boy, Sir Gary piled up 709 runs at an average of 101.28, including an epic 226 in a 399-run stand with Sir Frank Worrell. Yeah, on a sad note, speaking of Sir Frank, me just hear of the death of Sir Everton. Yeah, another one of the famous 3 W's. Well, he lived a full life, even though me say sad note. Yeah, me just really mean for the family in general, who are mourning at this time. Yeah, man, pray God be with them. R.I.P. to the icon, pioneer, legend, Sir Everton Weeks. Yeah, man, a top figure. Yeah, and to Sir Gary again. After the conquest of England, the mighty Australia were next in 1961. Sobers hit 132 in the famous Tide Test at Brisbane. Incidentally, this Brisbane ground is the same ground where he got his best bowling figures of 6 for 73. A few years later, yeah, he loved that ground, yeah. Sobers also bowled 23 straight 8-ball overs in this series. On the go. Back to 1961 now. He followed up his 132 in the Tide Test at Brisbane with 168 in the SCG test that followed. Sobers took over the West Indies captaincy from Frank Worrell. He led the West Indies in 39 tests, a West Indian record at that time. Yeah, until Clive Lloyd came and reset the benchmark, captaining a mammoth 72 times. Kudos to the man again, captaining the team and doing so many things with distinction consistently. Yes, more about this legend and some of what he did in county cricket and matching him up against the other great names that people would say are his competition. As to the discussion on who is the greatest cricketer of them all. But sadly, this episode must come to an end. I will continue the Gary Sobers discussion on the next episode, episode 4 of Missah Browne's MB analysis, and part 2 of this, Gary Sobers. Is he really the greatest cricketer of all time? Yeah, man, stay tuned for episode 4 and part 2. MB's analysis. Stay tuned.